What's up, guys? This is Mike with Reno It Yourself. Um, One of the things that I wanted to do with this house was removing this wall, at least from here up to over here. Now, based on my observations downstairs and determining where the main beam is located, I could only remove this much, which is still good, far from ideal, but works for me. The only thing that I noticed was this wall is not directly sitting on the house beam, main beam. Engineers 30 years ago, I don't know what they were thinking, but because it's a load-bearing wall, as you can see, there are two sets of ceiling joists resting on top of the header right there. If we wanted to remove this wall, we can't just take the drywall and studs off, otherwise the house will collapse. We need to replace the whole thing with a beam. There are many ways around it. You could do a flush mount, you could do just install the beam and put two pillars on the other side of the wall. That's the way I'm going to do. Hopefully there aren't many obstacles on the way. My engineer was saying, look and observe what's on your ceiling and measure how much your joists are overlapping. And that's what I'm trying to do. What I've done so far is I've removed the ceiling drywall about 14-15 inches from the wall all the way across. Now I'm reaching up there to measure the overlap of basically all these floor joists across and see where they end. And to establish a solid baseline, I'm using this Bosch laser level. I found the green light works best rather than the red light. So the laser is shining tangent with this wall plane all the way across. And I've opened up the ceiling up to the point that I need the pillar to be approximately here. It will change, but that's what I'm going to do for now. And for me to have a solid measurement, I established this laser line, and I will measure from the end of these floor joists to where the laser line is shining. This way I'll have consistent measurements. Let's take a look at the ceiling and see what's going to show you the cavity. What I've done so far is I've marked where the laser is shining on the floor joist or ceiling joist in this case with a black Sharpie. This way I can turn off the laser and I have my marks on the joists in case I kick the laser or whatever, or the battery dries. This is a cool trick too. So, moment of truth. So this is the existing wall that we're going to demolish. That's my laser line, and over there is where the ceiling joist ends. Now I have to measure from down there all the way to this mark, and hopefully it would work. Okay. from up there to my mark. If I can get the camera to focus, this is my mark here. I've got almost 20 inches. That's plenty. Yeah, 20 and like 3/8. And I mark it down and I write it down from here 20 and 3/8 towards this direction. Seems like this plan is working. Now I repeat that process over and over and over again for all these joists that are overlapping. And I have to take a look at this single joist too. It's most likely just coming from that wall and ends here, or it's running all the way through that wall over there, and it's cantilevered and it's resting on this beam and it's cantilevered up to the end of my stairs. You guys finished the measurement. Here you can see we have variation of measurements from 16 all the way to 20 inches. Here we have 18 inches, here we have 19 and a half, 16 and a quarter, 23 and a half, all good stuff. The good news is all these numbers work for me, so we don't need to do anything crazy with these joists, because these are the one that are that were concerning me, because we originally need to move this wall about 9-10 inches this way, so we have enough of overlap and hang on the other side of these joists. Let me show you the math that I did. Okay, I've drawn a very sloppy drawing for the situation that we're dealing with. Here's the steel beam, this is the existing wall, and this is one of the ceiling joists. So the wall construction that we have is 16-inch off-center 2x6s, just like that. And we need to get rid of it. In order to be able to put a beam instead of this load-bearing wall, we need a solid support, which in this case is our steel beam. Our steel beam is I have a cheat note down there. Yeah, 10.5 inches from corner to corner of this beam to the wall, which is 9.75 center to center. When I measured the overhang of the joist from this point, if you remember, I showed you with my laser line, from this point up to the end of my joist, I have, let's say we have 16 inches as our minimum. Now, we need to make sure and do the calculations to see if we move this wall, do we still have enough of overhang after this beam, or is the ceiling joist sitting on this beam at all or not? When we do the calculations, we know this beam is approximately 5 inches in width. This wall is 6.5 inches, just the with the drywall, so it is 6.5. Half of it is 3 3/4, or or is it? No, it's 1/4. 3 1/4, and this is 2.5. And now, if we want to move the support 9 3/4 of an inch, I was saying we have 16 inches minus half of the wall thickness, 3 1/4. Oops, 3 1/4 minus this 9 3/4 equals 3 inches of overhang after all these moving and going and all these good stuff, which means we are successful in moving this wall without any major headaches. The only downside will be a little detail on the living room that I'll probably do something about it, probably trim it or do something about it. And first of all, I need to discuss it with the boss, see what should we do about it. But that's us so far. Wish us luck. If you like this video, consider subscribing and like this video. Thank you.